Hey everyone, Coat Merchants here, specifically Carlos. Gonna do a little video of me playing some Max games and see where the night takes us. Just go and have fun. Also take this opportunity to kind of introduce myself a bit more, flesh out my Flesh and Blood history, and yeah, so let's get started here. Um, So first off, I'm going to give a lot of credit to Miles, one of the other coat merchants that you'll see in the on the channel. He built the foundation of this deck. He is, as you know from our set review for CC, he knows what he's talking about in terms of the mechs. So this was his kind of foundation. He kind of imported his dash deck. The ratios are good, and since then I kind of modified it a bit. I added some expedites, red and blues. Took out some of the took out data link, dive through data, and I forget the other one, but the +4 put a counter, and there's some other spice in here as well. We'll get to as well. Uh, yeah, good luck, have fun. So yeah, let's see what we can do here. I'm pretty tempted to set up hyperdrivers here. I don't want to use these. These are pretty premium power cards. So I'm very willing to zipper hit blue boost and then max no crank. See where that takes us. This is a tougher matchup, but let's see what we can do. You have to go through some armor, handle permanents, aka dragons, and no. We're going to Arsenal's High Octane, I think, is the better move. So we set up, we have some engine going for, what can we do here? So we can pay for everything on here with the use of the hyperdriver. We have 4 resources, so we can zipper hit, twin drive, double boost, pulse wave, and try to get a card off them just to maintain tempo. And then we could hold a high octane. So I'm not super inclined to block this Ravenous Rabble at the moment. Rake the Embers, sorry. It's never fun. I think I'm just gonna take all of these through too. Some tech that will come up a bit later, perhaps. I previously mentioned the expedites, and I forgot to mention the medics that I also am running in red. I realized later when I added those is that you can target the ash rings, and if you have a hyperdriver in hand, you can kind of put them in to the arena for free, maybe even crank them for an extra action points. So let's get started here. Got the engine going. We're gonna hit drum eye. We're gonna hit face. We're gonna boost. And crankshaft, get another counter on the hyperdriver. We love to see it. Keep that hyperdriver going. And he's taking it. Let's see. Oh yeah, the sync. He drew it. Makes sense. We'll see what he does going forward here. Since he has 2 cards to work with, we're definitely going to disrupt his hand if he is very willing to. Okay, nothing too crazy that we banished off boost. And then since we're boosting 4 times, we can basically pull any card from their hand and call it a day. Let's see what they give us. Boosting. Yeah, this is one of the other cards, some spice that Miles told us about, or that I learned about. Basically, the idea with gas up is once you have Mechanoid built, late game, oh, this is tough. He has no ash, so he can't really play the Kyloria. So if we pull the Kyloria in, let me just tell this guy I'm thinking, just so he's not impatient about it. If you pull the Kyloria, he can just snatch. If you pull the snatch, he has no choice but to arsenal the Kyloria. So I think I'm pulling in the snatch. Obviously, Kyloria is going to come, but we have some armor. We can kind of mitigate that. So let's pull the snatch and go from there. Yeah, so as I was saying before, gas up, you get Mechanoid out, and if you happen to draw this, since you're getting so much value from the block that Mechanoid provides, you could, and when you shoot with Mechanoid, you banish preferably a token, not a token, but like one of the red or yellow hybrid drivers, and you can play gas up, put the hybrid driver in, crank it, get an extra action point, and then you can swing Mechanoid twice. So that's kind of like the intention behind this. It's just a good way to just get multiple instances of Mechanoid to hit in one turn. So that's been pretty spicy. I've rather enjoyed that interaction. Going back to our turn, nothing incredibly special. We have two high octanes. Other note, I am not a full-fledged mech player. I've been playing a lot of, in my day, I've been playing a lot of Ninja, Katsu mainly, no-fi, and Bravo, Prism back in around the first US Nats in 2021 in Orlando. Then a lot of Kano, before Wildfire and after. I had my Islander stint, and here we are. Let's think about our turn here. So discount from the hyperdrive on the jump start. We could just high octane here and see what we get. We already have two, so I don't really want to keep this around. I'm more incentivized to play it. I'm more incentivized to pitch to Bertha, just to keep it around. Let's see how this plays out. Interesting. So we can still play out this whole hand and then use this remaining blue to max, have the action point so I don't have to crank the maxed out hyperdriver and then Banksy's. But I think we still do have to crank so that we can even use Banksy. So let's just start with a little jump start where we're going to boost it, boosting 0 to 60. Also to note, when playing Maxx, it's very important just to handle threat density, or at least be aware of what's being banished, what you're using, because you might be banking on Mechanoid, and you might not have noticed that 3 of your Mechanoids are out and banished. So just always being aware of what's in the graveyard, what's in the banish is pretty important, I would say. So he's gonna. I'm not too incentivized to double boost on this twin drive. Yeah, I don't think this is the, because we have no use for the extra action points. We can't use. This is not like a pistol where we can shoot multiple times if we have spare resources. This is a once per turn action. So, oh, nice. So we banished Hyperdriver from twin drive, so that's going to go under our Hyper X3. So cool interaction there. Once you assemble a mech, these hybrid drivers also go under the mech. And so you can have some extra usage of the mech, or you can have it out a little longer, which I think is pretty cool. And if you have 3 of them, you can draw, but the situation hasn't really risen where that's popped up in my experience, my limited experience with. Yeah, we want to crank. Only needing to crank just so we can use Banksy's. And since he has 1 card in hands, it's pretty safe to assume that he will probably not block, considering that he's probably going to use this card to pitch for Kyloria. So let's see what happens. Yeah, so we'll get to retain a hyperdriver and see what our next hand presents us. We're 17 deep into the deck. I'm not saying it's high odds we're going to see a mechanoid, but it's, yeah, as I said, that was a pretty predictable play. Too bad we don't have any poppers. He's going to ping us down with Ashling's first. It makes sense. Considering we have two hyperdrivers, we could literally block the Kyloria with this blue and Galvanic Bender or X3. Play T-Bone, get two resources, zipper hit, hyperdriver with the last, no crank. We could be spicy about it and Teklo, and then we can crank Teklo and then Banksy's. We'll see how he blocks the zipper hit at least. Because I feel like 31-31, it's not completely in his favor, so he might want to try to take back some tempo. But we'll see how he plays this out. So we can use all our hands here effectively with these hyperdrivers. I'm pretty inclined to we'll get two. So the play could be T-Bone, face, two resources, zipper hit, face, Foundry Hearts with the one floating, get two, play out the hyperdriver, crank it, last resource Banksy into Kyloria. Banksy does not have the on hit, it has the hits a hero, so we won't retain a hyperdriver. But considering that this hyperdriver has 3 steam resources, I don't see why not just push some damage and then also clear. We're at the, we want to get closer to Mechanoid. Obviously, we run the risk of banishing it, but that's the Mech life that we have to play here. We're boosting, and okay, 0 to 60, not too bad. See how he blocks. Yeah, Scalar's pretty predictable. Doesn't want to block. Interesting. Zipper hits, face, boost, Big Bertha, retain one of our, keep a steam counter up. This is pretty good because if we crank this hyperdriver, we'll have 2 resources, 2 counters on both hyperdrivers, which sets us up well to get Mechanoid out. Considering we just need to pitch, boost 1 card, we have 1 counter on both Maxx into Mechanoid. So let's see. So first we Foundry Hearts, 2 Crankshaft, and a Expedite. Not too mad at that. We'll crank it. The 1 resource, we'll hit the Kyloria. And he retains a 4-card hand. We'll see what kind of pressure he pushes here. So you see Chrome Eye on the top. He's rabbling. We're at 33. 33 cards left. We haven't seen a Mechanoid. Pretty possible we're going to see one soon. Banished 3 of the hyperdriver enablers, Bertha, Crankshaft. We blocked to the 1, so that's 4, 5. We have 9 enablers left, 9 total, so we have 4 left. Not really incentivized considering our life totals to block. Our turn probably consists of Med-X, 2 floating, 4 floating with the hybrid drivers, zipper hit throttle. You could Foundry Heart into Could we? So this is 4 total. We'll have 5. Yeah, we can Foundry Heart and then Max and no Crank and save the Banksy. Um, we'll see how he blocks this and go from there. So we're just taking some ping damage. So that's 4-3. There's 3 total. 4-3-3, 6-10 damage. Let's see if he has any follow up. Might have a snatch, cheeky. I don't mind this. I'm not popping. Considering I could have popped, but pretty low value. I think we just hit face. So I think we kind of want to scare him a little bit. Just get the Med-X in there. Play the Med-X. Make him think we have a Hyperdriver in hand. See what he does. I don't really care about hitting the Passing Mirage. Managing T-Bone. Could be a possibility we just draw into several mechs in our hand. No respect for the item in hand. I don't mind. We'll throttle. I think the order in which we throttle or zip a hit doesn't really matter too much. We just want to scare him, threaten big damage. Let's see what he bans here. Yes. Yeah, there's one construct mechanoid out. Doesn't feel great. Considering he has 1 card left, no 1 Ash. What did he block with? He might have the Chromai in his hand, actually. We saw it earlier. So he can definitely Chromai. And then he'll just ping us for 6. We'll go down to 13. We're saving this high octane. We have that option to Foundry Hearts, get 3. If we draw into the Mechanoid, we could make some things happen, but it is risky. We might banish the second one. We're 10, 12, 22, 23 cards in. I think we just full send it. We have to live that. Okay, 2 hybrid drivers out. That's fine. I'll take that any day. Max, no Crank. We'll pass. I really want to see that Nitro Mech here. What is our turn? I think it's pretty similar. You could block 3 here, considering we can play this off for free. 0 to 60 will give us 3 resources from the hybrid drivers. We'll have one hybrid driver left. Med-X jump starts, and then hopefully draw up into the Mechanoid. If we keep the blue, we can play this all out, use the blue to Max, Crank, Banksies, and go there, go that route. It's also pretty possible we could high octane and get the Mechanoid, draw into it, but that is pretty unlikely. So I'm just gonna go the safe routes. Albeit, what could happen is we could boost our other remaining Mechanoids. They're boosting 3 times, which doesn't feel amazing. We have 2 hyperdrivers in there. What are we? 17. Gone through 17, 21, 22, 23. This is 6 turns we pitched. It's very possible we'll draw into it the next hand or banish it, which I don't love. And how many high? We have 1 high octane left, 2 high octanes left, 1 here, 1 in deck. Hmm. I'm gonna think here. Yeah, it's a tough decision. Ah, sometimes you can't play this deck scared. Hmm. Still have the resource. Watch us get punished and banish the mechanoid. Okay. Okay, we get to keep 1 hyperdriver. We'll keep this one. What the? Yeah. 1 down. We could use the Banksy to hit the Chrome Eye just to keep stuff at bay. Oh, the other mech. Alright, if we don't banish the other mech, I think we should be drawing into it. Oof, I are a high octane. Let's just get some stock into what we have left. We have 1 ioctane, 1 mechanoid, 2 gas ups left. I'm feeling optimistic. Maxx, cranking it, hitting. Do we hit Chrome Eye? Do we hit Chrome Eye? I think we hit Chrome Eye. Could spell some trouble later. And damn, still don't draw into it. So unlikely. We burned them all into rabble. What is the likelihood? We definitely don't need the zipper hit. Block 1, block 3, take 1, 12 even. Well, high octane. If we high octane, draw the mechanoid. We'll have 4 floating. I think we have to keep the zipper hit just in case we draw into the mech, so that we can make use of the high octane, twin drive, and then double hit the mech. We just gotta take the gamble. Oh wait, before let's do it. Yeah, I think we should block before we do any of this. Okay, you didn't give us that opportunity. Alright, try to get our value. Feels bad. Yeah, this is a pretty high risk, high reward. Oh no. Okay. This is awful. We roll with the punches. What is the output we can put on here? We're definitely might be worth saving the twin drive. I'm just gonna boost once. Bring in extra action points. So right now, mech's not looking like the move, considering probably banish it. But we try. We could crankshaft, pulse wave, 2 action points. How many hyperdrives do you have left? 1, 3, 5. We have 1 left. 2, 2. We have a yellow left. Yellow hyperdriver left. I'm not in love with that. Um, our end game is looking really sus at the moment. Do we do this? Do you want to get... Oh, we banished the 3rd mechanoid. That is awful. We boost out all 3 of them. That just does not feel amazing. Yeah, I definitely don't want... Definitely want this out. The issue is we're not doing much to kill. We have to crank this to use Banksy, so the action points don't matter greatly. And we have to hit face. We have to get him down, or else it's not going to look good for us. Okay. So his turn is going to be 1-1, go down to 4. Oofers. It could be your turn. Our turn is play this out, have 1 floating. We need to get him down. 0 to 60. I think we saved the medics. We 0 to 60, expedite. We'll have 3 resources. With those 3, we max into Banksy. Yeah. Okay, yeah, so now we have the added effect of drawing a card off the Hyper X3, which is not something I usually encounter, but let's see how. So the turn doesn't change too much. Actually, what we do is expedite, med-X first, I think. Expedite. We could Techlo into Maxx Banksy, keep the jump start. This is pitched from the beginning, I think. We're at 4 too. I'm not loving this. We're 10 left. We have to find a way to kill him. At least provide pressure where oof, throttle. I hate to see it. Wait. Let me want to. Hmm. Hmm. I think we have to. Ugh. Awful. Yes. Thanks you. At you. Yeah, it's just gonna fatigue me out. Yeah. Okay. Keep that. Arsenalus. Oof. Yucker. Yuck. And then this is not good. We basically have to kill him next round. Um, what world? Yeah, I think this is the one. Yeah, we have to kill him this turn or else we die. So we can. We have to full send this. Yes, we are boosting. Jump starts, face. Three. I think he just wins here. He just blocks us out. I do. At you. Good game. What do you mean good game? No shot. Wow. Well, that was pretty lucky. Our main win condition was out the building. Let's see if he just had no blocks. Sorry about that. That's unfortunate. He probably left. Yeah, this is obviously this is not where I wanted this match to go. We got a little lucky off him having no blocks in his hands, considering what they could be. Is an Imperial Tome not block the new tome? I have no idea what caused him to what he had in his hand so he couldn't block. Yeah, I think it could be Imperial Tome. But let's just keep going. Open format. So we get. Um, yeah. So I think there's some other tech. Oh my gosh, I completely forgot to sideboard in our Cogworks base arms into that Dromai. Got a little too carried away talking to you guys. The Dromai sideboard is to get all four Cogworks base arms in so that Dromai can't tumultai and destroy one of our equipment and then completely invalidate the Mechanoid game plan. And I should have put in the three big Berthas as well. Septic Lettuce. Um, I was gonna go three ways. Feel like have fun. I think we don't even put accelerator. I think we just got a race. That might be a heavy mistake. Um, not a lie, just doesn't feel amazing because AB2 have to pay two just to block one rune chance. We're gonna take. Nah, let's just be on the safe side. We're gonna put in the Achilles accelerator. Sideboard's fine. This we're gonna stick to the Mechanoid game plan. See what happens. So they're not. Since this is open format, I've seen some Viscerais put in the Scalata, and so I'm glad that was not what came. So he seems on a more aggro Crown Dominion build. So we just got to get value from playing on our hybrid drivers. Get mech, block. It allows us to filter here. This is not a horrible hand. If we had started first, we go to 0 to 60 boost, play the hybrid driver, pocket the high octane. Considering this, Samov's guys, he might pitch into Nebula Blade, but I doubt it. And it's just a vanilla 4. I think I'm okay with blocking like this. This is a power card. If you get a blue and a zero cost, we could make stuff happen. Um, if he goes for the Nebula Blade, I would feel, oh, this is interesting. This is interesting. Hmm. I mean, the play that stands out to me at the moment is High Octane with the Zipper Hit. Draw into a 1 or 0 cost, hopefully. Play it. Hyperdriver. We want to pocket this Mechanoid for sure. We can get it out decently early. Okay, I think I'm just gonna go. We're just gonna go for it. This is not terrible actually. We could Hyperdriver, Crank, Jumpstart, 5, no boost. Because if we boost it, this Hyperdriver will go. And so it'll consume. Yeah, I think that's the play. Or let's think about this. Yeah, that's a pretty restrictive turn. So yeah, I think we're just gonna stick to that. Cranking this, boosting this, no boost, 5. Want to keep this Hyperdriver out. Pretty awkward turn. But we have our main condition ready. And he's blocking. So this blocking, working with a 2 to 3 card hand, is definitely not as scary. Holy, what? Rattlebones gets. So we're definitely incentivized. And we're just setting up today, aren't we? Obviously, I think we pitched the mech to pay for the rune chance, 2 coming in. I hate to do it, but we might need to block with this high octane. There is a world where we play it, but I really don't like that. Yeah, we're paying. So this on hit's negligible. We could. We're not going to see this high octane again. That's the thing. We're not going to shuffle. You might as well get value from blocking with this high octane. I think I'm pretty happy with just playing the hyperdriver and passing, although it's not ideal. Our hands have been quite clunk. So let's do this. Just reserve life. We'll not crank this bad boy. Be drawn to a more aggressive hand. Jump starts. It's not. It's a pretty good hand. We have 8 hyperdriver. I don't think the likelihood of having one of the 8 of these on top gonna be high to save this hyperdriver. If that were to happen, we could probably make mech. But you know, the classic rune blade. If he already played Mawbrains, guys, so I'm not incentivized to block this. I am incentivized to block this card, though. I definitely do not want Roshan Generation. We block with this. Our turn looks like we have 2 Hyperdrivers out, 2 floating from this, 4. We could play off this. Our turn would look like play jumpstart, 2 floating from jumpstart, 2 more, so 4 floating, twin drive, 1 boost into a hyperdriver creation. Yeah, I'm not taking this. We're setting it up, and I'm not blocking this. Alright, let's see. Yes. We boosted a hyperdriver. That's fine. One goes away. So you usually don't want to max Banksy, and we don't usually want to max then twin drive and then Banksy, because we'd have to crank and then the newly created hyperdriver would give us extra resources for the twin drive. So usually you want to end with max to Banksies in my experience. I don't know, I don't think it ever deviates from that. We got a big Bertha, so you get 1 steam counter up. Would have been nice if it was 1 card up, but c'est la vie. He doesn't want to block, so I'm pretty incentivized. The Foundry Heart, considering we're racing, Foundry Hearts, Max, Banksy, retain. I think that is the way to go. Banish these cards, although they're good cards. I do want to pressure life, or at least make him block. So if he blocks, great. If he doesn't, then we get a steam counter back on the hyperdriver, and I'm all for that. Mordred turn. I love it. See what happens. Maurian, oof. Thankfully it's a steel blade assault. I can cleanly block it with my Cyclic Foundry Heart. The question is, do we even want that to happen? Can we be resourceful? So if we were to block with the twin drive, let's say, our turn would be something like expedite 0 to 60, 2 floating, and then we can make Hyper Max pitch a twin drive for Banksies, which isn't awful. On the flip side, kind of like that line just to retain hyperdrivers up. Can we effectively use this whole hand though? I think we could go the hand as well. We just play this all out. We get 2 floating, Foundry Heart, have 3, Max, Banksy. So that's a total of 3, 4, 5, 9, 12, 15 damage to the face using Techno Foundry Heart. Considering we have our win condition in our arsenal, I think it's fine. We won't see. I think we just block with Foundry Heart and see what his follow-up is. I don't think it could be anything really crazy, but Ravel, yeah, that'll do it. We're taking 12 off the dome. So he broke the chain too. So this is going to come in for an extra 4. So on hit, make 2 rune chants from the Mordred. I'm inclined to just not block any of the rune chants. This is a crazy game. And then block Foundry with Twin Drive probably. Oh, this feels horrible. 4 Twin Drive. If we block with Twin Drive, right? Expedite, make him block, hopefully. Or not, that's fine. Let's damage 0 to 60. We have 2 floating. We could max Banksy, so that's a 4, 3, 4, 7, 10 damage turn. Considering his play, I think it's reasonable. We are definitely on the back foot, but we're pretty close to getting out Mechanoid fairly quickly. So let's go. Pulse Wave banished. It's fine. Very useful in this matchup, in the aggro matchup. But we gotta roll. We gotta go in. Hopefully this makes him think about blocking so he can maintain. Yeah, nice. So he can maintain some kind of tempo. As I said before, um, this on a 3-card hand versus a 4 or 5-card hand is definitely less scary. You also have to think about the idea where he still has Crown Division. He could definitely have a cash in his hand and punish and just kind of work through that. So let's see what happens. Yeah, I think he probably has cash in here, or he's just trying to set up. Oh, interesting. So we have 3 hyperdrivers. Can we just run it? Two will die. Perhaps the play could be I think we save the zipper hit or the pulse wave. We could definitely underpitch for the mech. Bear in mind, after we make into mech, we won't have a cane barrier. And if we even start with a boost, we'll have 2 hyperdrivers gone, and we'll have to reset. I think I'm inclined to make. Now we're going to underpitch. Right now, I think hyperdriver is a bit more important than these two. We'll see how this favors us. We're gonna, as a rule of thumb, never banish the Galvanic Bender until the end, because then it'll drop the +1. And we want to banish our hyperdrivers, at least not the non-token ones, so that we can make use of gas up to get an extra action points if we were to draw it up. So that is the play. We're going to Arsenal, pocket the zipper hit. Yeah, so this is what some tech I'll show you in a sec. This is going to be nice. We're going to get an engine going for sure. No Mauve. Can we even make use of this whole hand? 3/3. I think we can block with this. He has go again. 2 floating. I think we'll block with the mech. We'll pitch the gas up. We'll play the gas up with crankshaft, play zipper hits. I'm not scared. Make a ring chant. I don't mind. Pretty sure I already passed. Let's see. Yep. Playing for other player. Coat merchants passed. Let's just make sure it's happening. Are you there? Yeah. Okay. You can have your. So this is what I was telling you. Some tech. You may put a hyperdriver from advantage into the arena. So when we do this, we can crank that hyperdriver, gain an action point, and then we can full send this guy twice. And then we'll have a Crankshaft, keeping up the hyperdriver, loving it. Going for 7. Completely forgot we had the zipper hit, so I think I could have blocked with this, but that is fine. He's taking damage like a champ. I don't value this hyperdriver too much to play out. We're getting the resource engine going, so I do want to get some more damage in. So we can play this. 3 more, 1 floating. You can max, crank it, and then hit twice with the mechanoid. I think that's fine. And we get another crankshaft. Let's see how this plays out. Yeah, just the mechanoid's so powerful. We're cranking. And then we're going to hit twice with the mech. Really pressure the life total. He's going to go down to 2 if he just full takes this. And yeah, once you banish a token hyperdriver, they won't show up in your banished. So be aware of that. Wow, you must have an amazing turn. You can just block out and then hit with mechanoid. And that, considering he has the armor, he has cash in. Yeah, he's going to pop off here. Yeah, 4 block, 16 block. And we definitely have the engine going. So what could definitely happen is we block out our whole hands. Maybe these 2 and mechanoid. T-bone, T-bone. With the 2 floating, we could make Maxx, mechanoid once. What is this? 6? Yeah, I'm definitely leaning towards. He's drawing a card from this. He's definitely popping off. He might have a Rebel here. He has all the requirements to do so. This block's 4 right now. So it might be an error to block with the 0 to 60. Alright, we don't have the arcane, so it doesn't matter. Yeah, I think we just block like this. Hopefully he doesn't go too hard on us. Let's see what ends up happening. Sonata hits Duet and a Spellblade Assault. Not really much you can do with that. I think you can over Pitch for Grasp. I don't know the extent of his hand. But let's see what he does. Become. We get Revel here. And then he's gaming. I don't know if it kills us. But we can definitely block the Nebula Blade. Oh shit. Yeah, we lose. Damn. That'll do it. Good game. I have 1 more in me. So let's do another one. We're just gonna let the people come to us. I'll play anyone. Anyone is good practice at this point. Maxx is pretty. I think the matchups I think are kind of tough for Maxx are Dromai. It's a tough one. I think as I said, the Expedites and the Med-X help just to get value onto the board. If we hit a dragon, get a hyperdriver from our hand in. I've been hearing some talks of Warhorn being played, so maybe having these 2 are pretty experimental. So getting those out, breaking the Warhorn before we can Meganoid. Teklovasin, that's fine with me. Other matchups that could be tough. Reiner could be tough. Surprisingly, he has use of Arc Smash and Smashing Performance, which could kill our mech. So we definitely have to be careful. Maybe we use Moonshots. I'm still undecided about these cards. I haven't played it enough. Maybe we just race. This is an interesting hand. I think we just 0 to 6. throttle, pitching, and then make Maxx after pocketing the MedX and seeing where we go. You might want to pitch to do some Teclabosson tomfoolery, but yeah, I think this matchup is not too bad. I think it's way more Maxx favored. That definitely can change in the future. Teclabosson's a really interesting deck. Still has time to um, definitely there is time to figure out what's optimal. Yeah, but so far it seems like a slow deck. Wow, he's playing Oasis. Just wants to get it out of there. Um, that's interesting. Yeah, he's definitely with that Oasis. I think he's definitely leaning towards a more defensive build. But with our tricks up our sleeve to get value, um, pretty fair to say that I'm pretty favored here. I'm not inclined to block right now. Looks like he's just setting up a little bit. I think the play here is to 0-60, boost, get the one resource, MedX. He's gonna think, does he have it in his 2-card hand, in his 3-card hands? Probably not. If I do, I get it out for free and probably pocket the high octane. Let's see what he does. We're gonna boost it, jumpstart. We could probably crank this hyperdriver. So with the one resource we can, yeah, I think what we do is 0-60, if MedX hits, crank the hyperdriver, and then we pitch the twin drive to play Banksy, since we cranked this, pocket the high octane just to have full use of our deck. Yeah, he's not blocking. I think he's gonna block this one then. Yeah. Big Bertha, keeping up our hyperdriver. I like it. Loving Big Bertha right now. Very high on the Big Berthas, the crankshafts. Definitely come up clutch in unexpected events. Wow, he's not blocking it. Disrespect. We're cranking it. And now we're gonna hit with Banksy for 3. 2 hyperdrivers out. We're looking pretty right now. And now we have a high octane pocket. Power card. Let's see how it goes. Okay, if he lets us hit, we get a counter one of the hyperdrivers, and we're sitting good. Nice. We get some armor. 4-card hands. Not too scared. We'll see what he does. Zero to 60. We could block with 1 card in our hand, I think. Could T-bone, get 2 resources, throttle, and then with the blue, we can Maxx, Banksy, pass. See what he presents. Yeah, I've been flying through. It might be correct to block this one since usually he'll set up armor piece after. Let's see what he does though. I might get punished there. Interesting. What's an action point? I wonder. And the resources. What's he got on his sleeve? This is interesting. He's undoing the chest. Scrap a card, gain a life. Can probably Teklo into a 0-cost Evo and then draw. Is that what I'm picturing here? We block with the crankshaft all day. Let's see what he does. Ah, yeah. Okay, that's fine. I'm boosting. Zipper hit. Get us closer to our our Maxx. Yeah, sensible block. Throttle, free. Oh, no, it hurts my soul. Sadness. No, we have to play through it. We have 2 left. He's gonna take the full 6. Okay, I'm fine with that. We're gonna max. We're cranking it, and we're playing Banksy. So we just threatened 12 damage turn off 3-card hand. It's not too bad. He's not blocking, so he must have a hand worth playing out. Um, Terminator Tank could be a useful card. Maybe he has another one in his hands. Those cards are pretty good once you get 3 UOs up. Oof, what is this? What is this? So Twin Drive, there's no synergy right now. We can't make use of the action points. We don't have Pulse Wave to make it really effective. Considering we get 3 resources, we could block with one of the Twin Drivers, Expedite, get the 3, Med-X, and then finish with Twin Drive. Let's see what he presents. We're on a 7 life. Demolition Protocol. Remove all steam counters up to X equipment they control, where X is the number of evos. Ooh, this is problematic. Oh, wins tax. Oh shoot, so you're gonna take out 2 off the dome. I'm gonna do Kirby HK. I chose and submit and it doesn't work. Oof. Me. Even if I choose 1 or 3. Yeah, Maxx is 2 now. Since you have 2 evos. It sucks. Yeah, I tried to first. So sorry about that. We can we can at least report to Tasha so they can fix it. Report bug. Yeah, I'll do that after. Just write that down somewhere real quick before I make note. Yeah, I think this will still hold true. I think we just what is this? Rip. Choose 2 cards. I think we just block with this. Just try to. There might be a world where. Oh well, bugged. I have to. Yeah, I'll mention it. Tasha, sorry. The expedites boost. Oh, oh no, we got the hybrid driver. Okay, not as bad for sure. Yeah, he learned from last turn. I think we Med-X boosting another hybrid driver in there. 2. I think the more sensible play. just to keep the engine going, is to pitch this for Banksy's. He's blocking, so he's working off of 3-card hands with Arsenal. I think we should pressure with this. Keep a hyperdriver up. You've run through 3 in-deck hyperdrivers. Should be fine. Let's keep it going. And he did not block the Banksy. We like that. Oof. Being an Arsenal. Not in love with this. I'm tempted. I think the play is to gas up our expedite and threaten this. Yeah, I think that's the play. They can block, although he can cleanly block this with the headpiece and a card from hand. Let's see. If not, we can, if he blocks this, we can hybrid driver, crank into Maxx, and then we'll have 3 set up. Or we can just continue to keep pressure. Hearts into Maxx Banksy, but considering we don't have Mechanoid yet, I'd rather not. So let's just do this. No pass. We're going to set up a little bit. We can block with 1 card. I'm not too rushed to block this yet. See what his follow-up is. All right, we have so much resources coming in. This both cost 2. We get 3 back. Yeah, we have a lot going on. I think we keep the zipper hits. 0 to 60. 2 things die. We can play both these out. Maxx into Banksy. Actually, gas up. That's fine. Clean block right there. Please. Nice. We get Happy Driver alive for another turn. We don't mind that. Maxx Banksy. Pass. He doesn't want to block. So, does he want to block this Banksy? We'll see. Yeah, he's probably figuring that we have that option. Beautiful. To play out the harpoon, one will go away. We need to clear this, I think. I could be very wrong. We'll see what happens. Maybe a blue would be nice. Wow, only we draw a card off the Hyper X3 effect. Was not thinking that would happen. So we could be cheeky and play these two and play this last and take his hands. Do I want to do that though? I think there might be more value in playing this harpoon out after the zipper hits, using the blue, pay for Maxx and Banksy, get another hyperdriver in. Oh, we're getting all our resource costs out. I don't know how I feel about that. And we are definitely taking Demolish Protocol. Yeah, and then he's probably going to block the Banksy, with considering he might not have a turn at all, but I'd rather let him decide. Considering we have one more hyperdriver left. Let's see. Yeah, he's going to block. Very interesting. Holy. What do he do? Huh. This is where I am leaning towards playing this high octane. I want to keep this hyperdriver. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Banished blues. 7, 8, 9 blues, 15 blues total. Ooh. The likelihood. I think I'm running like 18 blues. So I'm not doing well in that department. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know, we got plenty of blues left. We're just gonna. Okay. Hmm. It's a mistake. We have the action point. Okay. Yeah. You can't be scared. Crank. Oh, thank you, Lord. Okay. We. Let's think here. Do we? Tickle Heart, Hyperdriver, Crank It, Maxx, Crank It, Banksy. Or we don't even need to crank the second, the maxed Teklo. I think that's what I'm gonna do. Yes, we have an extraction point. No, Banksy. If he lets us hit, we keep a hyperdriver on the second one, and then we can just pop off. He has no reason not to let this hit since he has the processor. And yeah, he has the processor. So I don't see why he doesn't block with this the chest piece. See what he says. Reasonable. Okay, that's fine. Considering our next hands, we could probably still make mech anyways, even if we boost. What What is this? Let's get value from our blocks. We're probably gonna use this. Damn, I just needed to draw blue here. Before let's think here. Play one of these outs. We get 3 resources. 1 goes away. We have 2. Zero 60, 3 sources. We could I think we have to keep our whole hand to make this happen. Because what we do is 0 60, we have 3. We max. We have down to 1. Then we pitch our whole hand to play the mech. Yeah, sadly this is how it's gonna have to be. Oh, wow. Wow. We are just gaming. Yeah, this is... So, what we can do here is do 1 more. We did 2 of these actually. How many high octanes? We have 2. Do we have those? We can just push. We have 1 more. Maybe. We could boost 1 more time. Wait, do we do this? Do we do this? No. Yeah, I think we just do this. Pay for cog space legs, so it'll give us another action point so we can swing twice on the Banksies, and we'll pocket one of these. Boom, boom, boom. Transform, hit, use the red hyperdriver first. So this is where the Hyper X3 comes into play, and you can now use this 11 times, which is nice. So we're definitely going to push damage here. It has overpower. We'll pocket this in case we have a high octane, so we can make use of the action points. Oh shit, the Hyper X3 works like this. Now I don't even know, should I sell my EA one for? Sell it to me. Sell it to me! See what he says. That's fine. Yeah, I'll pass. I live in Hong Kong. Oh, yeah, don't do that. Don't sell it to me. So we're definitely taking cards. Now our job is to set up big plays. Like I said, gas up, high octane. We have 2 gas ups, 1 gas up left, 1 high octane, and no more Med-X. We have 1 expedite in our hands. So if he, yeah, what am I saying? Expedite doesn't matter right now. Shoot. Alright. I think we can get there. You really have to get our set up the high octane turn. Oh shit, my Gears action card. LL. Oof. Always like some friendly banter on Talishar. Is he just not going to block at all? It might be the play. But it's hard to say on his side. The under loop doesn't really matter. He's he can try to fatigue us. Um, yeah, I think that Sentinel is threatened damage. But I'll have the mech, it's blocked, so we'll see how he plays it out. Boom, boom. Oh man, we are gaming. So I think this is a GG. We just block with the mech. And damn, yeah, this is gonna be awful for our opponent. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll take the 2, 3. Yeah, so we're gonna swing the mech for, we're gonna present how much? 3, 6, 10, 28? Not, we don't even know our top card yet that we're gonna draw into. Oh, so now it's 30, 36. Pretty cool. I'm sorry, bud. This is what's gonna happen. Just turned 38 damage on the turn. Oh, man. This just salt on the wound. I think we just let's play it out. Every time I have had this happen on my own, I get rage quits. So yeah, I probably should have 0-60'd before this, but considering what's gonna happen, I think this is just gonna win me the game. Um, yeah, let's just get T-bone, I guess, just so that he can't prevent the 6, 12, 24 damage mechanoid coming in our way. Oh, like butter. Yeah, so this is why I'm playing mech. Yeah, he realized 4 action points. GG. Thank you for the games. I was yeah. Oh, yeah, so that was a 38 damage turn. Although he didn't let me play it out. I'm pretty sure it was what even was it? Let's look. Can I full power, full control? Oh, I can't even look at the thing now. Yeah, so it was T-bone, expedite, pulse wave, so that's 334, the 0-60, 3-3-4-2, 12, 12 off the attack action cards. The 4 action points netted me 24, 6, 12, 18, 24, 36 damage turn. Really cool. Loving this hero. Great job, LSS. Uh, yeah, awesome. Thank you, everyone.